All right, we got to talk football because we're in the shank of the season. Who's going to make the playoffs and all that? And you know what? Amber made some picks too. We have Aaron's picks as well. So let's get it started, Khalil.
Okay, first game we have on deck is the Houston Oilers. Well, I'm sorry, Houston Texans. Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. Okay, so we have Indianapolis. Obviously, we know Houston's having a horrible season.
Yes.
They just fired their head coach. The worst record, and namely go from playoff contender, possible Super Bowl contender, to just number one draft pick contender coming up. And we have the Indianapolis Colts, who've been very, very inconsistent. Yes, I called for them to win the Super Bowl, and I'm still holding by that pick. However, these guys are very, very inconsistent. And we're going to see what this game is. Indianapolis has already clinched the AFC North.
Yeah.
So, AFC South, I'm sorry. So we'll see what's going on.
All right. Well, tell you what, the Colts are going to unload all their weapons on the Houston Texans. It's going to be a horror show for Houston. I'm picking the Colts all the way at home.
Okay.
Right.
Aaron picks. Let's take a look at what, because she's not here. She's taking the Colts as well.
She's taking the Colts.
Should we do Amber here?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm going
Amber.
with the Colts. You think I'm going to say, oh, the Texans are going to win with their terrible record?
Yeah, that's a good call.
Okay,
And
I'm going to go with Houston, whatever.
Are you going to go with Houston?
Fine, yeah,
All right.
okay. I'm feeling the pressure.
I'm going to go with the Colts. Couple things I understand. The Colts have benched Darius Hayward-Bay, one of their wide receivers, because he's dropping the ball way too much. They're looking for T.Y. Hilton, the explosive second-year player, to really come in, fill that spot for Reggie Wayne, which has fallen. And another interesting stat, the Colts have not lost 2 games in a row this season. Actually, they haven't lost 2 games in a row since Andrew Luck became their starting quarterback. So they lost last week. I see them rebounding again, coming in to win, trying to pull some things out. Next game we have up. This is a game of stinkers, but it's an interesting game. I was looking for cool matchups. The Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Buffalo Bills. Jacksonville's won a couple games now. They're looking a lot better. They look like they're buying into this system that Gus Bradley's bringing.
You watch them on the sideline. They're pumped up. They're feeling like they're developing for next year. The Bills, you never know what you're going to get with these guys. I'm picking the Jags in this one.
Yes.
And let's do Aaron's pick here. And here we go. Aaron has the Jaguars as well.
Excellent.
Amber?
And I've got Jacksonville because they've got momentum from the last wins, and the Bills aren't exactly on a roll. So
Exactly. And I'm picking Jacksonville as well because if you look at certain teams, last year, Carolina started off horribly. They won 4 of their last games. You see what Carolina is doing now. Very, very important. I think Jacksonville is checking out that model, following that model.
Yeah.
They want to finish strong. They know they'll get a pretty decent draft pick so they can improve their roster somewhere. I think Jacksonville comes through and pulls this game out. Next game, a big-time game with major playoff implications for both teams. We have the Baltimore Ravens versus the Detroit Lions. In the Dome. We saw what Detroit did last week in the snow against Philly. I think they want to come back.
Oh, wow. This is one of those, which Detroit Lions team is going to show up? I like the Lions to show up this week, so I'm picking Detroit.
Good call.
yeah, I have to agree with you, Larry. I'm going with the Lions.
Yeah. Aaron takes what?
Aaron takes the Lions.
Lions.
Very
And
smart.
Khalil has...
Myself, I'm taking the Lions.
Look at us.
I see the Lions coming through, winning this game. And another reason is you don't want to give certain teams bulletin board material. And Matt Elam, the rookie safety at the University of Florida, called Calvin Johnson Megatron old.
Whoa.
I think that's a horrible mistake.
Bad mistake.
Very bad mistake. He called him old. I think they're going to go out there, wing the ball around, show the Ravens that they cannot keep up. That Ravens defense is not what it's been known to be in the past few years. You know, Detroit will throw the ball around. Yeah, they'll turn the ball over, but they'll still put up points on the board. Detroit Lions win that game. That's what I'm going for.
All right, Khalil.
Next game up, big time AFC North battle, Cincinnati Bengals versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, look at what Cincinnati's doing. The matchup with Andy Dalton to A.J. Green, their defense, Cincinnati in this game.
Good call.
I'm going to go with the Bengals, too, because the various injuries for Pittsburgh. So they're coming off a pair of losses. So
What does Aaron have?
Aaron's
She
picking
has
the Bengals.
Bengals as well.
I'm going the Bengals as well.
Whoa.
I see that happening. I see, once again, like you mentioned, Larry, A.J. Green, Andy Dalton. They also have Mohamed Sanu and Melvin Jones. Marvin Jones as formidable receivers, and they have the 1-2 punch of the law firm, Van Jarvis Green Ellis, and the rookie out of North Carolina, Giovanni Bernard, who's just more of explosive back. The kid had 12 carries and 99 yards last week. I see Cincinnati pulling this game, clinching the AFC North, and getting themselves ready for the playoffs.
I do too.
It's a big game. All right, the next game we have up, Green Bay Packers versus the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. Dallas coming off of a whooping.
I know it.
On Monday night.
Awful.
They're going to start bringing people in from the stands who want to play defense for the Cowboys.
Okay.
They're so injured. I mean, they are busted up on the defensive line, particularly, and the linebacker position, secondary. Who's going to play defense for Dallas? I like Green Bay in the game.
Okay. Aaron picks Green Bay. All right.
It's hard to go against the Cowboys because I don't want to be disowned.
But
I love my dad. Yeah, I think they're going to lose.
She's going Green Bay.
Yeah.
all right.
Well,
Khalil.
you know what? Earlier in the week, I was going Green Bay all the way. But then I just found out that Aaron Rodgers is not playing this game. And I'm telling you guys, look out for falling bacon because pigs are flying. I'm picking the Dallas Cowboys.
Look
Can
at
you believe
there.
it? The Dallas
Check it out.
Cowboys are going to win this game. Doesn't mean they're going to make the playoffs, but they're going to win this game. No Aaron Rodgers. I just don't see, even though that defense is horrible, they don't have the offensive system or necessarily the weapons that Chicago has. So I look at Green Bay coming in, maybe making it a tight game, but Dallas is going to pull this game out knowing it's a much-needed win. Tony Romo is going to come through. Surprisingly. Surprisingly.
There you
And
go.
the last game up, New England Patriots versus the Miami Dolphins and good old school AFC East battle.
Man, where is this game going to be?
At Miami.
At Miami, down in the palm trees
Down in
by the
80
beach.
degrees.
That's right.
Yeah. Wow, I still like Tom Brady and what they're doing, and they're on a roll, and Belichick's not going to let them let down. Miami's been a great pick all season, but I'm going with the Patriots in this one.
Okay.
I did the same thing there, even though Miami, the Patriots beat Miami 7 times in a row.
Yes.
And even though it might be time for Miami to turn things around, I'm going to shoot for the Patriots.
The Patriots. Aaron picking the Patriots. I am bucking the trend. I'm going to Miami Dolphins. And I will tell you why I'm going Miami. Gronkowski's out for the season with a torn ACL and a torn MCL. And the Patriots have several offensive players who are limited in practice and may not play this week. Tom Brady is working it out. We'll see what he can do. I just think Miami is in the hunt for a wild card spot. They're at home. They know they can win this game. Just to see how this young Miami Dolphins team has kind of galvanized themselves together with the Richie Incognito, Jonathan Martin scandal. We're not even talking about that anymore because these guys came out and they won a couple games. And that type of thing that happens to a team knowing they're in contention,
you can make
they
that
can pull
case.
it off.
Yeah, I like it.
And it's just a case of little brother finally beating big brother and Miami beating the Patriots to get these guys off their back. They're going to punch the bully in the mouth and win this game. Because the Patriots barely beat Cleveland last week.
Yeah,
okay.
that's
At
for
home.
sure. Yeah.
Really tough.
I don't discount your pick. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at last week's stats and let's see what we have.
Too well. Yeah.
Oh, look
man.
at Larry.
Hey.
Look at Larry.
Larry's killing
Look
it.
at Larry.
Larry's back in.
Yeah, baby. I'm coming on.
He is.
All right.
Making a
Aaron
late
did
season
okay.
push.
Khalil,
Ooh, yeah.
okay.
It was a rough one for me.
Here come the totals so far for the season. Looky there. Aaron's still in the
Aaron's
lead.
got a
She
4-game
is
lead.
killing.
Man, it's
Wow.
you and me, Khalil, for second place. it looks like.
We're battling. We're
Yeah,
battling.
I don't know if we can catch her.
Aaron,
Well, we'll see.
Killing it. We'll
That's
see.
cool.